In this video, we are going to solve the equation x cubed minus 8 equals 16 times the cube root of x plus 1. Before we move on, don't forget to give a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications. My first step will be to rearrange the factors inside this number 16, which is to rewrite that as 8 times 2, while the 2 is to be moved into the cube root. So then the equation becomes x cubed minus 8 equals 8 times cube root of, not 2 times x plus 1, but 2 cubed, which is 8 times x plus 1. So 8x plus 8. The reason that I do this is that if I let the most complicated part of the equation, the cube root, as y, then on one hand we have y cubed equals 8x plus 8, but on the other hand we have x cubed minus 8 equals 8 times y. So x cubed equals 8y plus 8. Now at this point, there are two ways for us to solve this equation. The first way is that we can just do some direct algebra, subtract the two equations. So we have y cubed minus x cubed equals 8 times x minus y. So factoring minus 8 times x minus y equals 0. So y minus x times y squared plus 8y plus y squared plus 8 equals 0. But notice that, this should be x squared instead. But notice that these three terms added together must be non-negative, because by completing the squares, we can say it's equal to y plus x over 2 all squared plus 3/4 of x squared. So it's actually a perfect squared plus a positive number times a perfect squared. So it's always non-negative. And plus 8 means that the whole bracket must be positive. And y minus x times a positive number equals 0 means that there's only one choice, which is y minus x equals 0. And that means y equals x. So we can go back up and say that x cubed minus 8x minus 8 equals 0. And it's an easy equation to solve because we can factor this cubic. We have x plus 2 as a factor. We can check that because if we put minus 2 into the equation, it's a solution. So dividing, we have x plus 2 times x squared minus 2x minus 4 equals 0. So x is either minus 2 or 1 plus or minus square root of 5. If we check whether these are valid solutions, we notice that because from our given equation, we only have a cube root sign, so the domain of x is just all real numbers, so that means they are all valid solutions. So this is the first approach. And the second approach to solve this system is to notice that from the first equation, we can write y as a function of x, which is this. And we can do the same for the second equation. And apparently, they are just inverse functions. Each equation represents an inverse function of the other equation. So they can only be equal together when they, like the graphs of the two functions meet along the line y equals x. So that means I can immediately say that I can just replace the y as x. So x equals the cube root of 8x plus 8. So we have the same conclusion as the first approach, and by solving, again, we have these solutions. minus 2 or minus 1, 1 plus or minus square root of 5. So this is the final answer. Please feel free to share ideas in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you next time.